Hey everyone, Mr. Kindt here for middle school and high school art video number 1, and today's topic is sketching. So what would you like to draw? Well, of course, anything, but start with what you like. Do you like drawing people, animals, comics, or just from your imagination? Or you can find things online or by flipping through books, or maybe even sometimes just looking around the house. You might find something that you would like to draw. And lastly, I often look for suggestions from people like mom or dad or my friends. And other times I'll look in places like this. I bought this sketchbook a couple years ago. It's called 300 Drawing Prompts, which has plenty of ideas in there certainly. Now I didn't want to just pick one or two of these things and draw them individually. Instead, I set a different goal. And my goal is, I think it would be inspiring and challenging if I took 3 suggestions from this book and put them together in one image. So I spent a little time to look through and find 3 different prompts that had some natural connections. I felt like this was important because it would make things more fun. Also, it would give me a clear direction and ultimately would result in a drawing I'd be happy with. The 3 prompts I decided on were asteroids, the Grim Reaper, and my zodiac sign. So let's get prepared. What will you need? I've got paper, and any paper is fine, and a pencil, or markers, or whatever you feel like drawing with today. And lastly, I spent some time looking online for some images to help me draw. Here are some tips to get you started. First, I always start drawing lightly. The best thing is keeping a light line in case you need to make some fixes. All right, I'm looking at my picture of the asteroids, and I notice this big one on the left. I'm just going to sketch that out real light. And I'm not paying too much attention to their exact shape. I mean, it's an asteroid. If it turned a quarter inch, it'd look different, so I'm not too concerned about it being perfect. Okay, and I'm also drawing pretty big. I want to fill this paper up and use all the space that I have. The other thing is, right away, I want to try and incorporate all the different components of the 3 things that I had picked. So here I'm just going to kind of sketch out the Grim Reaper's head and shoulders, just to get him on this rock right away. Okay, one thing I noticed was he was holding this lantern, and I was really kind of excited to see how that would incorporate into this cosmic scene. And right now I anticipate that this lantern might be glowing and kind of incorporating maybe all these many stars that are out there in space. Okay, and then lastly, I've got that Virgo symbol, and I'm not entirely sure how I want that to fit in right now, but I'm thinking that many of the points of that M and loop would fit with the stars in the sky. So I think I'm gonna hold off on that because I know I can place that at any time. I'm gonna keep drawing for a little while. My last tips, I think, would be simply, don't be a perfectionist with this. This is actually just a sketch. And for me, I've always thought of a sketch would be faster, looser, and just for practice and for fun. This is not a drawing. Again, these are not even assignments. These are just little projects you can do for fun. And a reminder, I'm going to do a different sketch, almost one every day, just to keep my skills up. But I wanted to pause and tell you that I think I'm done with pencil, because anticipating using marker next to finalize and embolden my lines. I just feel like spending any more time with pencil would be the wrong thing to do, just because the further details and finalization was going to all be done with marker anyway. I added little crosses to some of these other asteroids to kind of signify maybe this Grim Reaper's been a few places. And then after I started detailing this lantern, I kind of saw an opportunity for that Virgo M inside. I'm still going to have that Virgo M be reflected in the stars as if like things are coming together. And here's the finished product. A little pencil just to bring some volume to things, and a highlighter to add a glow to that lantern. Okay, not bad. How did things go for you? Send me a picture to my email address. I'd love to see what you came up with. I'm going to make a new sketch with each video that I make. Which reminds me, send me your suggestions. What would you like to see me draw? That's all for today. Thanks for watching.